Karen had no clue that the Wi-Fi password she was so desperate to get wasn't just a key to free internet. It was the key to exposing her biggest secret. It all started on a lazy Sunday afternoon. My 16-year-old son, Aiden, who's a complete tech genius, was sitting on the porch when he noticed something strange. Our home internet had been unusually slow for weeks. At first, I thought it was just typical service issues. But Aiden wasn't convinced. He had a hunch that someone was leeching off our Wi-Fi. We lived in a small HOA-managed neighborhood, and our next-door neighbor, Karen, had a reputation. She was the type of person who acted like she ran the entire community, always poking into people's business, always complaining, and always looking for freebies. Karen didn't think the HOA rules applied to her. She made her own rules. Aiden decided to run a network scan. Within minutes, he found several unauthorized devices connected to our Wi-Fi. What stood out was a device named Karen's iPhone, along with a few other gadgets that clearly didn't belong to us. Aiden smirked. "Dad, I think I just found our internet thief." I couldn't believe the nerve. Karen, who would lecture everyone about being responsible neighbors, was freeloading off our internet. Aiden, being the tech-savvy kid he is, immediately changed the Wi-Fi password and boosted our network security. But he didn't stop there. He set up alerts for any future unauthorized access attempts. Later that evening, the storm arrived, in the form of Karen. She came stomping to our front door, furious, holding her phone up like it was some kind of evidence. "Your Wi-Fi isn't working. I can't connect," she snapped, as if she was entitled to it. I calmly asked, "Karen, why would our Wi-Fi be your concern?" Her face turned red. She stammered, trying to come up with an excuse. Because it's interfering with my signal. You should fix it." But Aiden, standing right beside me, chimed in with a grin. "Or maybe because you were using our Wi-Fi without permission." Karen's eyes widened. She wasn't expecting to be called out. "That's a serious accusation, young man," she said, but her voice cracked. Aiden pulled out his tablet and, with a few swipes, showed her the list of connected devices from earlier, including Karen's iPhone. She was caught red-handed. But instead of apologizing, Karen did what Karens do best. She doubled down. "Well, it's your fault for having an unsecured network. You should be grateful I'm even pointing it out." She stormed off, muttering about reporting us to the HOA for being difficult neighbors. Aiden and I thought it was over, but little did we know, this was just the beginning. The next day, strange things started happening. The HOA sent us a notice accusing us of interfering with community communication systems. It was laughable, but Karen had influence in the HOA board, and she was clearly trying to create trouble. Aiden wasn't having it. He decided to dig deeper. Since Karen had been connected to our network, Aiden had logs of all devices that tried to reconnect. What he found was shocking. Karen had installed a cheap signal booster aimed directly at our house. She had been piggybacking off our internet for months, running her illegal online boutique business, all without paying a single dime for internet service. But here's where it got worse. Aiden found that Karen had set up a public Wi-Fi network using our connection and was charging other residents a fee to use it. She was literally making money off our Wi-Fi while we were suffering from slow speeds and increased bills. That was the final straw. We compiled all the evidence, the connection logs, screenshots of her devices, and even ads where she promoted affordable neighborhood Wi-Fi access. We presented this to the HOA board during the next meeting. Karen, smug as ever, sat there thinking her charm would get her out of it. But when Aiden connected his laptop to the projector and showed a live network scan, displaying Karen's devices still attempting to breach our network, the room went silent. Karen's face drained of color. Her little side hustle had just been exposed in front of the entire community. The HOA board was furious. Not only had Karen been stealing internet, but she was also profiting off an illegal network, which was a direct violation of community bylaws and even local cyber laws. Karen tried to play the victim card. "I didn't know it was illegal. I was just trying to help the community." But no one was buying it. The board slapped her with hefty fines, revoked her position on the HOA, and gave her an ultimatum: Either pay for the damages and stop the illegal Wi-Fi network immediately or face legal action. Karen had no choice but to comply. But the story doesn't end there. The entire neighborhood, once afraid of Karen's influence, saw her for who she really was, a manipulative freeloader. She lost all her fake authority. People stopped attending her HOA gossip sessions. Her so-called friends distanced themselves. And as for her online boutique, well, that crumbled too once she lost her free internet supply. Meanwhile, Aiden became a local hero. Neighbors praised him for exposing Karen's scam. He even helped a few of them secure their own networks to prevent future freeloaders. What started as a kid annoyed with slow Wi-Fi turned into a community cleanup. One evening, as Aiden and I were setting up a secure mesh network for a neighbor, Karen walked by, avoiding eye contact, carrying a stack of printed flyers. She was back to old-school paper marketing because her online setup was gone. But Aiden wasn't done being cheeky. As she passed, he called out, "Hey Karen, need help connecting to the library Wi-Fi? I hear it's free and legal." Karen didn't respond. She just walked faster, her pride shattered. That night, over dinner, I asked Aiden how he figured it all out so quickly. He shrugged and said, "Dad, people like Karen think technology is magic. They forget that for every trick, there's someone smarter watching." It was a simple Wi-Fi password change that unraveled Karen's entire scheme. And the best part, we didn't even have to raise our voices. We let the truth and a bit of tech do the talking. The lesson: never underestimate a teenager with a laptop. And never steal Wi-Fi from a tech-savvy family. If you like this story and want more jaw-dropping HOA battles and tech revenge tales, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. You won't believe the next story I have for you.